Hello everyone, I'm Diane. Welcome to my channel Beyond the Sewing Room. So today I thought I'd show you how I'm going to adjust or resize these jeans that I bought from the charity shop. So I mentioned these in a previous video. These were a pair of the fat face jeans that I picked up in a charity shop for £6 while we were on holiday. And they're in really good condition. I mean, they look like new really. But they say size 10 on them, but I'm pretty certain that's wrong because they're really big. Maybe that's the reason why they got taken to the charity shop. Maybe somebody bought them, tried them, and they were completely too big for them. So I picked them up because I really love the denim. Sometimes it's hard to find a denim that's got that sort of distressed look to it, only slightly distressed. Like I say, they're like new. But when you buy it, sometimes it's not really like that. And if you order it online, you can't always feel it, the weight of it. So I thought if I get these, and then use the denim to make the jeans that I want, then that would be better. Plus we've got these elements already done. Now I'm not sure if I can leave that exactly as it is without unpicking it. I'm hoping so, because it seems a bit of a shame to take that out. It depends how it's all going to sit once I've taken them in quite a bit. So I'm going to try them on and show you what they look like at the moment, and then because they are quite a lot too big, I'm hoping I can just cut up the sides without having to unpick everything, and up the centre because I'll probably need to adjust the crotch here as well, and then we'll see how we get on. So I'm going to start that now, and then at the end we'll have a little chat and also any future plans that I've got coming up. So we'll get started trying them on first of all. So if I come right over here, maybe you can see clearly what I'm talking about. Look. They are really big. Now, I don't buy clothes, I make them, so maybe someone can tell me, is fat face sizing a lot bigger? So I'm thinking maybe if I just take out, cut up the sides, take some out the sides, take some out the leg on the inside here, so do it on both sides obviously. I'm hoping I can leave this as it is. And because of how they are, I'm not even sure where they're supposed to sit for the rise of them. I'm hoping it's up here. I think if I pull them like that, and that's at my natural waist, that looks right. So I'm hoping if I just make them fit so that they're just at the natural waist there, and that will do it. And just take a little bit underneath there. Right, I've had to unpick the coin pocket because otherwise I'll not be able to sew this seam here when I take some out. Now I'm uncertain what to do with this, whether to just make that narrower, whether to put a new one on. This is quite messy here, so don't want that showing at the side seam, so I'm going to have to do something. I've unpicked a little of the gusset, but I'm not going to, the crotch. I'm not going to do all the way down the leg because it's such a pain. So I'll take what I need to out of here, but I'll take more of it out of the side, and hopefully that will do it. And I'm going to have a join in the side seam here. I've also taken out the belt loops and the reinforcement bits on the side. So I've made this William Morris coin pocket, and I've partially covered up this with that. So these are finished. I've took it in quite a bit down the thigh, but not too much at the calf because they felt like they were pretty much okay there. A bit of William Morris there where I had to change the coin pocket. You can see that they fit on the waist now and at the back. So a longer job than I anticipated, but I am happy with them. I put the belt loops back on because I had to take those out as well, and also had to take out the rivets, but I just cut them out from the side. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the finished jeans reduced in size. I was going to go through the whole process, but then I'm glad I didn't because there was quite a bit of cursing and getting annoyed with them going on, because there are just certain places in jeans when you try and take them apart and then restitch them, which I've found before, which is actually harder than making them from scratch in places, because it's just so thick to stitch, because some elements have already been done and you're trying to like redo it but out of order. Because when you make them, there's certain ways of doing things which makes it easier. But then if you just unpick certain bits and try and put them back together, sometimes you're trying to sew together really thick seams. So yeah, I was getting a bit annoyed in places, but I'm glad I did them, because I don't know if I said last time when I first picked these up from the charity shop and then I made a video, I've seen these on the website and they are for sale now. So it's like a current jean, this particular one, and it's £55. So it was worth doing, even though I've changed them a little to make them suit me, because the denim is really good. It's really nice denim, it's got a bit of stretch to it and it's nice and thick. So I'm pleased with them, and it's another job ticked off and another pair of jeans for me to wear. Don't tend to buy them full price. My last 4 pair of jeans I've made myself, and then I have a pair that I got from a charity shop in black 2 years ago, which I had to do the same thing and resize them. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. I had to break off halfway through to go and make dinner for everyone, so we've had a curry and I've come back and finished it off. So yeah, one other thing I wanted to mention was I have been finding quite often I go to my wardrobe and I'm wearing the same things, or there's a number of things that I don't want to wear anymore, and I'm not wasteful. I do wear all my makes, and I have been doing for years now, and using up scraps, as you will have seen if you watch this channel. But I think it's just like something of getting older, that there are certain things that I don't want to wear anymore. I don't feel that they suit me anymore or suit my style, or I just don't want to wear them. And I've got a few patterns that are really lovely but are just not what I'd wear, so I'll show you what I mean. Now, a few of these, I have done them for sew-alongs for work, and had it been younger me, I would have wore these and had no problem wearing them. But now I just feel they're not something that I would wear. So that's nothing wrong with the pattern. I'm not disrespecting the pattern in any way, and if you wear these things, that's absolutely fine. But I just feel for me, at the age I'm at now, although they're lovely, I wouldn't wear them. So I'm just going to share that, and I'm sure I'll get some comments on this, but that's just my thoughts on it. So these here, so the skirt, that long line skirt length has never been for me unless it's got some kind of tiering or frill on it, so that's not really for me. This top here, the main reason being I like it, but I'd have to make it longer. I wouldn't wear it with my middle showing. I would have years ago, but now that's not something I'd wear. So while I think this is lovely, I wouldn't wear it. So I have made that for a work project, and as I said, I think it's a nice pattern, but personally, unless I lengthen that so that I can tie it at the front, I won't wear it as is. So I may make a version of it in future where I adapt the pattern, but as that is at the moment, that is not one I'd wear. Now, I did make another one from a vintage pattern that I do wear when I go out on my bike, which is similar, but I wear a vest top under it. So that's how I get around that one. So I just wanted to mention that. And then by the same company, it's the same kind of thing, look. You've got all your middle showing, and just now I don't tend to want to do that. It's not a figure thing or anything like that, it's just, it's not something I'd wear. I also find these quite low, but again, when I was 20, I would have wore something like this with those trousers, but now, unless I make that top longer, that is not a pattern for me unless I adapt it and alter it. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So while I've had things that I made years ago that I wore for years and years, while I've not wanted to get rid of things because I'm attached to them, because I made them, and also because I like them, I wouldn't wear them now. So I came to put on a skirt the other day, and it fits me, but I just felt it was too short, too tight. it's the same level of tightness as when I made it, I believe. I made it fitted like that when I made it years ago, and I was very happy with it then. But putting it on the other day, the style of it and the length of it, I just thought, no, I wouldn't wear that now. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So I am going to be having a bit of a sort through and getting not rid of some things, taking them out of my wardrobe because I will recycle the fabric on other projects, but it will mean that there's some gaps. So I'm going to have a think about that. One thing that I do want to make is a plain white shirt or blouse of some description, button up with a collar. The sleeve yet to be decided. I may do it sort of here. I quite like the full sleeve on a blouse I made recently, so I may do a quite full sleeve that finishes about here and the rest of it as a traditional shirt. I'm going to have a think about that, but I want that to be in white. So that's one thing I've made my mind up about. And I've also got a leftover piece of fabric from something that's quite large, might be big enough for a pair of trousers. I had thought these, but then while I like all the details on these, they've not got, masked them up from I don't know why, I've just had my food. They've not got a proper waistband, so I'll have to have a think about that. But it's a taupe colour, so it's quite neutral, so it will go with lots of things. So possibly this one, I'm not sure, but definitely some trousers with that. Anyway, I'll be back soon. I hope you're enjoying whatever you're up to this week, and thank you so much for watching. Remember to give this a like if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe if you haven't already done so. That's all for today. Bye for now.